Good morning, guys. Today I'm going to help you get the most important things done for you. So first, my name is Jim Squares. I'm bringing solutions for you again, and today's a productivity hack. So it's I'll say 2 productivity hacks that I use at work constantly, and I actually try to use every day. So remember to like and subscribe down below, and jump in the newsletter quick for other tips. And so here we go: time blocking and weekly reviews. So I will try to find, I know there's stuff out there about like full blown of what it is, but essentially what you try to do is so here's for me. This is what works for me, and it will probably work for you too, but you might have to adjust the time. I am most functionally sharp in the morning at the very beginning. Like the mornings, if I look at what I accomplished during a day, the best stuff is always before noon. So at noon, like I start to, kind of get down, and then I'm a little bit more reactive. There's usually an emergency pops up either at work or at home or whatever. There's somebody's always jumping on and going, hey, I need to get this done. And they steal your time. But what I have been doing is the first hour of every day, like I just block it, and I have it on my calendar. It's called time block. And then the night before, I try to write out like 4 or 5 things. Actually, I have a pretty long list of things I want to do. And I just go down the list in that order of things I want to do for the time block. And I knock off a couple things, and that way I know I'm getting the most value done for my day. So whatever that might be. So just make sure that you 2 things. 1, block the time, and you can just go ahead and do it out as a repeating event on your calendar, assuming you have a kind of a informational job. And then the night before, I have a notepad. I just have a notepad of all the stuff that I'm working on, and those things have been super helpful. I also do this other thing called 411s, but I'll go through that in another video because that's a little bit more complicated, and I'm still fine tuning that. It's definitely helpful, but I need to be able to figure out how I'm going to structure that. So, but with the time block, so that's my Mondays through Thursdays. Then on Fridays, every Friday, I have a weekly review, and you sign up for my email newsletter, and I will send you some information on what are the activities I have in the weekly review, so you can just add them in your calendar. I'll give you the exact texts that are in mine. But essentially, it's things like I have a waiting for folder from email, and I'll refer to that in the next video. But I essentially check for emails that I'm waiting on from other people. I look back at the last 2 weeks, say what were maybe meetings, what were things I needed to accomplish, am I waiting on anything for anyone? Was I delivering anything for anyone? And then I look ahead the next week, and the next 2 weeks. And I go, what's my manager doing? What's his boss doing? And what are their calendar entries? Because what happens a lot is they get into meetings and then they drive your calendar. So assuming you could see them, these are very helpful things that have worked out for me. It also helps me know what's going on in a large organization, because a lot of it's trickle down, right? Like the leaders get some sort of dictate or idea that they're going, and then they send it down, and then they send it down, and then eventually it will come to you. So this is how I keep up on that stuff, is I kind of look and say, okay, what are they going to be asked about? What are they coming? So what are they going to want from me? Super helpful stuff. And then I also look at, again, those emails from other people or tasks that I needed completed for other people. So, and I will cover that in the next one, because that's a little bit more of a longer thing, and it's a little bit more technical. But once you get it, once you put in place, I highly recommend it, because these things have I don't lose anything. Like all my stuff stays in my system. This system, it just works. So the time blocks and the weekly reviews they're so helpful, because it gives you a chance to take a step back and look around and say what's going on, and then making sure you're getting the most value done. So with that being said, keep growing together. Jump in that email list, and I will send you every single thing that I do in that weekly review, including bonus stuff at the end, because there's a lot of extra stuff in there. But maybe I'll even try to do another video if you guys ask and you get enough likes. I will do that. So take care. We'll keep growing together. Later.